Carly Goshen will send it over, and the Mustangs will keep it alive. Now the attack from the far side, and it's down for the kill. Olivia Dorins. Chloe Hertz. Hertz pushes it in back there to Schmidt. Shot from the point. It's in! Off the stick of Taylor Leonards, excuse me, and it's 3-0. Taylor Leonards with the third goal for the Bismarck Blizzard on the shot from the point on the far side. And the Blizzard are running on all cylinders here in period number 41-37, 4:25 to go here as the Kindred Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. Kennedy Kuntz will pop that one up left center field. It's going back, and we have our first grand slam of the All-Star Series in 3 years. Hansen under center, drops back, looks near side. I believe that's Formo, and he's got it. Fargo South touchdown.
Kaylee Jackson, three-pointer up, and no, that one won't go in. Tana Lick pulls down the deep offensive board. She'll put up a three. That one's in, and we're tied.
Groffman won't be able to control it. The ball will escape over to the far sideline. Fargo Davies have come up that far sideline, and a nice through ball there, and this could be an opportunity. Centering pass, one-on-one. Was she outside? She was not. It's 1-0 Fargo Davies. Bad pitch here, and the bases are loaded. Line drive right into center field, and that will score 1 run. And rounding third is Lowrich, and he'll score. It's a 2-run RBI double for Casey Reber. Shot from the point, Bree Adams, lowering hard, and it's in! Off the stick to Sydney Kamstrup, and the Cougars are on the board! Press box here, the best we're able to. That one's going high left field, and running for it is Schwab, and she makes a diving catch! Wow, what a play by Cameron Schwab, the junior in left field, to end the inning.
Fantastic catch.
All right, welcome, folks, to Fargo South High School. It's Brant Kwame Field here. Mike Mason with you on the ND Sports Channel. We are getting set for the Bismarck Legacy Sabers, traveling here to South Fargo to take on the Bruins in the Bruin Den here on the ND Sports Channel. Hope you are having a great afternoon, a great early evening, and I hope you enjoy the broadcast throughout the evening. We expect to be, we're at 69 degrees right now, and we expect to be in the 60s for the duration of this game. By the time this game hits zeros on that fourth quarter clock, we could be as low as 60, 61, maybe even dip down to 59, but I would suspect it won't get any chillier than 59 degrees. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we'll take a look at these two teams side by side and preview some of the other games being played today and catch up with everything else when the pregame show continues here on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back here. Once again, 69 degrees here at Brant Kwame Field in South Fargo. Let's go ahead and take a look at the visitors first, the Bismarck Legacy Sabers. And they come into this one 1-0. They would knock off, I believe it was Grand Forks Central by the score of 43. Yeah, there it is right on our screen. 43-0 in the opening game last week on August 30th, bringing them into tonight's game with Fargo South. Fargo South won 29-0 against Dickinson on the road on the first game of the season. So with those two victories and with the tiebreakers on points scored, points against, as of week 2 of the season, we have the number 1 team from the West, the Bismarck Legacy Sabers, taking on the number 1 team from the East, the Fargo South Bruins. But once again, that is early in the season. There's still a lot of football to be played. So we'll see what kind of matchup we bring to you tonight here between the Sabers and the Bruins. Last year, the Sabres went 3-7, 2-3 at home, 1-4 on the road, and then they were 3-3 in the West Region against West Region opponents last year. They were outscored 307-149. Looking to maybe improve on that mark this year, and a good, so far so good, 43-0 win to start off the season over the Grand Forks Central Knights. They would lose to the Cheyenne Mustangs in the quarterfinals of the 2018 AAA 11-man state tournament by the final score 28-21. That was a road game played in West Fargo for the Legacy Sabres to wrap up the season last year. So after tonight, they will go back home at the Community Bowl to take on the Century Patriots, and then they'll come about halfway the distance to Fargo. Or no, actually that's a home game for the Sabres, so they'll stay at home, take on the Blue Jays, and then they'll have the Bismarck Demons, and then home games against Williston and Mandan, and then they'll travel up to Minot to take on the Magicians and wrap up the regular season at home against the Dickinson Midgets. From last week in the game against Grand Forks Central, the let's see here, I have first letter and last initial, so we'll double check the roster here. Nick Kupfer, a 6'3 junior, plays split in for the Sabres. Had 12 points on two touchdowns. And then Clements had a touchdown. Barrett had a touchdown. Honeyman had a touchdown. Hoffman had a touchdown. And let's see here, do they have the box score? I believe that would be a 2-point conversion for Patton en route to that 43-0 win over the Grand Forks Central Knights. Their starting quarterback here is Rhett Clements, and he was 9 of 14, no interceptions, 156 yards, and taught 3 touchdowns against the Knights last Friday night. Also had we saw a little bit of action there from their other backup quarterback, which is Clay Phelan. He's a 6'2 junior. He was 1 of 2 passing for no interceptions and 3 yards and no touchdowns. And then Woodbury came in late in the game and went 0 of 1 for no passing yards. Those are your 3 quarterbacks. So once again, Rhett Clements is your starting quarterback tonight for the Legacy Sabres. Let's take a look at the Fargo South Bruins. Last year, they finished an even 5-5, went 3-2 here at home at Brant Kwame Field, and 2-3 on the road, and 3-2 against the East Region AAA opponents. They were outscored 235-210 last year. Right now on a good start with a 29-0 win over Dickinson. They would follow the Bismarck Century Patriots last year, 45-13 in the quarterfinal round of the 11-man state tournament. Tonight they have Legacy, and then they'll have a home game against Shanley. We'll be right back here for that game against the Deacons here next week. And then they'll travel out to West Fargo to take on the Packers, home against Fargo Davies, and then we'll see the Bruins again on the Andy Sports Channel on October 4th, and they travel up to Grand Forks to take on the Knights, which happened to be the debut game here at Brant Kwame Field for the Bruins last season when those 2 teams met up. And then October 11th, we'll have that game right back here at Brant Kwame Field on the Andy Sports Channel for you as well, when they will host the Fargo North Spartans. And then the last 2 games of the season at Grand Forks Red River, that's a 2 o'clock game, so note that one. And then a 7 p.m. game at West Fargo taking on the Cheyenne Mustangs to wrap up the regular season on the 25th. In the game against Dickinson, the Bruins picked up 397 yards on offense. 216 of those are through the air. The other 181 were on the ground. They had 2 turnovers, one lost fumble, and 1 interception. And they punted the ball once for 42 yards. The defense also got 3 sacks on the Dickinson quarterback. Siba Manaina, 3 for 3 with 111 yards and a touchdown. Danny Lahai, 18 carries for 123 yards. And Bless Cuomo, 6 receptions for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. Your leaders for the Bruins last week. The Bruins made 54 plays. Once again, total of 397 yards on offense. And they had 33 rushes for 181 yards, 13 pass attempts of 21 were completed for 216 yards passing. 3 touchdowns to 1 interception. They fumbled the ball 3 times. They were able to hang on to 2 of those 3 fumbles. And they, like I said a moment ago, they picked up 3 sacks and had that 1 punt for about 42 yards. So that's your updated stats here on the season for the Fargo South Bruins. Taking a look at the league standings, as I mentioned ago, tonight we have the number 1 team from the East versus the number 1 team from the West. The Mustangs at a 1-0 victory, and the Shanley Deacons at a 1-0 victory come in at 2-3, with Red River, West Fargo, Fargo North, Fargo Davies, and Grand Forks Central wrapping up your East standings. Legacy, with the 1-0 win over Grand Forks last weekend, takes the top spot via points scored. They are followed closely behind by Williston, who picked up a 41-0 win over the... See here, I had that note written down, and I guess I lost that note. So that, regardless, they won. And then Jamestown picked up a 7-0 win last week. Mandan with a 12-8 win, and the Minot Magicians with a 14-12 win, and the Century Patriots with a 38-15 victory. All those teams are 1-0 on the season, and then the Bismarck Demons and the Dickinson Midgets are the 2 teams from the West who start out the season 0-1. But don't take those standings too seriously yet. You got a lot of good teams there that are, especially the Bismarck High Demons. I would not expect them to stay at number 7 long term on the season standings over on the West region side of the state. So, once again, these standings will look a lot different here in the next couple of weeks for both the East and the West regions. Other games happening today. Williston is taking on the Knights up in Grand Forks. Bismarck is also in Grand Forks, taking on Red River. Matter of fact, that Williston-Grand Forks Central game, I would suspect if it's not final yet, it will be final soon, as both the Knights and the Rough Riders played back-to-back games on Cushman Field. So that Knights game started at 4:30 this afternoon. All the other games set for a 7 p.m. kick, with the exception of our game here, which is set for 7:30. So you also have Fargo Davies in Mandan taking on the Braves. The Packers are in Bismarck taking on the Demons. Minot is here in West Fargo taking on the Cheyenne Mustangs. Dickinson is at the Fargo Dome taking on the Spartans. Fargo North will play their home games there until their turf field is complete at their home high school. And then the Blue Jays from Jamestown are here in Fargo taking on the Shanley Deacons. And then the game we have for you here tonight, the Legacy Sabers and the Fargo South Bruins. Let's go ahead and take a live look in at that Shanley game. And right now, Jamestown leading Shanley 7-0 with 2:49 to go in the first quarter of play. So we'll check in with that game periodically throughout our duration of our broadcast here between the Sabers and the Bruins. We'll take another timeout. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups and all.
Diamond Academy and Magnitudes.
There we go. That's the button I was looking to hit. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups. I can tell you this. Legacy won the toss. They chose to defer. They will kick off to start the game and receive the ball after halftime in the third quarter. And the rest of your pregame show will come up next after this short timeout here on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the Legacy Sabers.
All right, so first your starting lineups for the Legacy Sabers here as we just got done with the national anthem.
A 6'5" junior, number 79, Landon Phillips.
Legacy Sabers are lined up on the far end of the field in their white jerseys with gold numbers, while the Fargo South Bruins are on the near side of the field with their brown jerseys and gold pants with white numbers outlined in a yellowish gold. The sun will go down behind those trees in a matter of seconds here, probably in the next 5 minutes or less. That's one of the reasons why this game started at 7:30. It's impossible to see the field from the press box. We've done a few football and soccer games here when that sun has been blazing bright, and it's very, very hard. It's even harder to get a good camera view with that sun glaring back and bouncing off some glass and into our camera lens and all that good stuff. So that's only one of the reasons why this game started at 7:30. The other reason so that Legacy wouldn't have to rush 200 miles to get here, and so we're a little bit accommodating to that matter as well.
A 6'3" senior, number 80, Chase Northman. 6'3", senior, number 4, Rhett Clements. Assistant coaches, Brock Ballwater, Andrew Voorhees, Randy Labyrinth, Lars Jacobson, John Bertrich, Ben Joliffe, Philip Thomas, Johnny Crawford, Nick Weiss, Nick Dolphy, Riley Ryle, Brett Mitchell, Justin Sauer, and the head coach of the Sabres, Chris Lemon. And now the starting lineup for the Fargo South Bruins.
And here's your Fargo South Bruins starting lineup.
At left tackle, number 76, Nick Antonopoulos. At left guard, number 79, Carlos Amiska. At center, number 55, A.J. Anderson. At right guard, number 51, Isaiah Gates. At right tackle, number 58, Blake Labor. At tight end, number 18, D.J. Rainey. At wide receiver, number 4, Blas Lomo. At the other wide receiver, number 3, Jamal Spy. At fullback, number 23, Carlos Lias. At running back, number 2, Danny Lehigh. And at quarterback, number 11, Peyton Kessel. Assistant coaches for the Bruins, Cameron Doctor, Justin Wanzik, Ryan Boyer, Nick Jackson, Harvey McMahon, Steve Othlet, Jeremy Gordon, Landon Freitas, Mike Kelly, Larry Kwame, Lenzel Cascella, Matt Plank, and the head coach of the Bruins, Mr. Tyler Cassell. Our officiating crew this evening, and referee Preston Ronald, and umpire Anthony Holan, head linesman Greg Schwinden, line judge Brad Whale, and back judge Shane Pietz. A special thank you to our good friends at Sanford Sports Medicine for providing athletic training personnel for today's game. Today's athletic trainer on duty is the ever-comparable Levi Tandy. We appreciate and are thankful for all your services. A special thanks to the chain crew, Mike Monda, Chris Rosted, Jerry Rosted, Mike Rosted, Frank Koisland, Tim Raftenwold, and Kurt Kellen.
All right, so there you go. There's your starting lineups here for the Bruins and the Sabres. Once again, your starting quarterback for the Fargo South Bruins is the junior Peyton Kessel. For the Legacy Sabres is the senior Rhett Clemens. Clemens had a good day passing against Grand Forks Central this past Friday.
Kicking up.
We'll see how he does today around
Sabres.
the Bruins.
Number 1, TJ Seidel.
Junior will be kicking off as the
Back
Sabres will line up to kick off from right to
number
left.
Number 2, Daniel High. And number 21, Bakar Kula.
Bakar full up, far side, Danny Lehigh near side, and it'll come to Danny Lehigh. He'll get it at the 12, and he'll cut it up near sideline, 25-30, and he'll be dragged out of bounds just shy of the 35-yard line at about the 34, and that's where the Bruins will set up here on their own 34-yard line.
Jensen and Barrett on the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins at their own 35-yard line.
So they will mark it at the 35. So 1st and 10 for the Bruins from the 35-yard line here as we're underway from Grand Kwame Field in South Fargo. Nice cloud of dust moving from right to left. That should get through our camera here momentarily. And a bad snap there and a whistle on a stoppage in play, and I believe I didn't see the hand signals. I think it might be a foul start on the Bruins, and that is indeed the case.
False start Bruins.
So it'll back
It'll be
about 5
1st and
yards.
15 at the 30-yard line.
1st and 15 from the 30 now. So Kessel's in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Danny Lehigh. Near sideline, and he's up over the 40 and tripped up shy of the 45. Looks like they're marked at about the 43-yard line here.
Northman on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
2 yards to go to get that first down here for the Bruins. 2nd and 2. Once again, Kessel in the shotgun here. I believe that's Lehigh right beside him. He'll juggle the snap, but it'll be a quarterback keeper, and he'll get the first down. He'll pick up about 3 on that play there, and that's good for a Fargo South Bruins first down. 1st and 10 from approximately the 46-yard line.
On the carry. And that is a Bruins first down.
Misread the roster there. It was indeed Sibomana Enoch on the what appeared to be a direct snap. Now Sibomana Enoch will come to the sideline here. Lining up on the near side here for the Bruins is Jamal Spivey. Kessel looks for Spivey, and he's got the pass out of bounds, roughly about the 45. It'll be shy of a first down by about a yard.
Number 3, Jamal Spivey. It'll be 2nd and 2.
So you have the penalty and then the run and then the pass. So 2 plays and a penalty so far here on this drive. That started at the 35, got backed up to the 30. Now Kessel will roll out to his left, and he'll get dragged down, and there'll be maybe a gain of none, maybe a loss of 1.
Kessler on the carry. Haug on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
So DJ Rainey will come in for the Bruins off the sideline here. Where number 18 is Jamal Spivey will come out to the near side receiver here. They got a receiver on the far side as well, with 2 men in the backfield and a handoff, and it should be enough for a first down. It's going to be close here. We'll see where they spot the ball at. And it looks like it's going to be about a football short.
Diaz on the carry.
And it will indeed be 4th down, and very, very short.
It'll be 4th and a half a yard.
So the ball is roughly on the 44.5-yard line there, and they need to get a half a yard, and Kessel got close.
Kessel on the carry.
Still waiting for the official signal here. It's very, very close as I take a peek through the binoculars here. They are indeed going to bring out the chains and measure this one. So I'll stop the clock with 9:01 to go here in the first quarter of play. Once again, this drive started at the Bruins 35. They got backed up to 30, and they're going to get the first down. And the play will continue.
First and 10 for the Bruins.
The drive will
on the
continue,
Sabers,
I should say.
47-yard line.
3 runs, a pass, and a penalty on this drive so far here for the Fargo South Bruins. Taking about 3 minutes off the clock. 9:01, and now the clock will start again. 9:01 and counting. Kessel will roll to his right, look to his right. He launches it, and it was nearly intercepted there by that diving Legacy
Pass is
Saber.
incomplete. Is intended for the Bruins. Number 14.
I believe it was Red
Lars
Clemens
Hager.
who nearly had the hands on that ball there. A little hard to see the white jersey numbers on a white jersey outlined in gold. But we'll do the best we can here. Actually, it's gold on white outlined in gold, a darker goldish color. But there's still
It'll be seconds and 10 for the Bruins at the
But we'll do the best.
Sabres 44-yard line.
2nd and 10 from the 44. Kessel under center with 2 men in the backfield, and he'll pitch it. And I believe that's Lehigh, and Lehigh will get up to about the 40.
Lehigh on the carry.
Gain of about 4 on the play there for Danny Lehigh. That's the 5th run of the drive. Check that 5th play of the drive.
Hoffman on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
.8:23 and counting to go here in the first quarter of play. 3rd and 6 from the 40. Kessel under center with 2 men in the backfield once again. One of them being Spy. Or check that, Lehigh, excuse me. Fake the handoff to Lehigh, roll to the right. He's looking at Spy, but he doesn't make the pass, and he'll take it out of bounds for a gain of about 2 or 3.
We're off on the carry. On the tackle. It'll be 4th and 4 at the 38-yard line.
So 4th down and 4. We'll see what the Bruins decide to do here. If they will go for it or if they'll punt it away. They'll send 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Looks like they might go for it here. And they'll come to the near side. Siebelman and Enoch breaking a couple of tackles. 25-20, and Enoch down shy of the 15, about the 16, 17-yard line, and a gain of about 17 on the play.
After a gain of 17, it's a Bruins first down. 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the 20-yard line.
So once again, 7 plays on the drive, 8 if you include the penalty. Only one of them have been a pass here, and the Bruins are moving the ball on the ground nicely. Once again, 1st and 10 from the 20. Right on the edge of the red zone there. They'll send 3 more receivers out to the far side. And Lehigh breaks the tackle now, or that's Enoch, and he will throw it to the end zone out of bounds.
Pass was intended for the Bruins. Number 8, Robert Leslie, is incomplete pass. It will be 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the incomplete pass will be 2nd and 10. Wes Flomo will line up on the far side along with Robert Leslie, and here's a flag. Spy was on the near side here. I believe Anton Clemens is in there too. Let's take a peek through the binoculars.
Penalty on the play.
No, he was not. It was number 8 and not number 5.
Illegal
Robert
substitution.
Leslie.
It'll be 2nd and 15 at the 25-yard line.
So the penalty on the illegal substitution will push the ball back 5 yards to the 25. So that's 2 penalties on this drive. 1 for 2 passing so far here for the Bruins.
First down, the first try, second try, third try, fourth try.
And Enoch will get the snap, roll, and throw, and was it picked off? I believe it was. It was. The Legacy Sabers will pick up the interception and cause turnover number 1 here for the Bruins in the game. It comes with 6:27 to go.
The interception was made by the Sabers, number 2, Keegan Woodbury. It'll be first and 10 for the Sabers on their own 16-yard line.
All right, so the Sabers will start on offense now. They'll hand it off here, and they'll bring it up just over the 20. Where the ball carry is taken down. The ball
Woodbury on the carry.
Woodbury.
Hey on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Hard hit on the near sideline here. As Rhett Clemens would take the ball
on the
up
carry.
to the sideline here, and
Enoch on the tackle.
Enoch would knock him out of bounds. And let's see where they spot the ball at. Looks like at about the 22, 23
2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
21 on the scoreboard, 23 on the field. There we go, now the scoreboard's updated. And then we'll run it again.
It'll be 4th and 1, the 25-yard line.
And they'll punt this one away here. Punt is up. And received at about the 42-yard line here. Cut to the near sideline over the 50, 45, 40, breaking some tackles and dragged down at about the 39.
On the punt.
It'll be Jamal Spivey on the return.
Spivey on the return. And number 52, Hunter Sabat on the tackle.
So 3 plays plus the punt.
Holding penalty on the Bruins.
And now a penalty will move the Bruins back here.
After the possession. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins on their own 46-yard line.
So the Bruins will start on their own 46 after the penalty, with 4:52 and counting to go here in the first quarter of play. And it'll be a pitch into the hands there of Bakar Fulla. Fulla will get it over midfield and drag down shy of the 45. I would suspect they'll mark this at about
Fulla on the carry. Clements on the tackle.
4:27.
It'll be 2nd and 1.
Here. Gain of
At the
9
Sabres'
there for Bakar
45-yard line.
Fulla. Sets the ball up at the 45 for a 2nd and 1 here for the Bruins. Kessel back under center here for Fargo South. And it'll be a pitch into the hands there of Danny Lahai. And Lahai will get the first down and about 3 or 4 more.
Barrett on the tackle. And it's a Bruins first down. 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the 40-yard line.
Bruins have only attempted to pass the ball 2 times in this game so far. Everything else has been on the ground. Now they'll set up in a shotgun formation with 2 receivers to each side. That's Sibomana Enoch with the pass out to the far side. And a break one tackle over the 30, 25. Tackled on the far side there by a group of Sabres at approximately the 23-yard line.
Bless Flomo.
Flomo on the reception at about
on the tackle.
23, 24-yard
It's a
line.
Bruins first down. 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the 23-yard line.
So they'll set it up at the 23. Bruins got the ball to the 16-yard line on their last possession before throwing the interception. That was caught by Keegan Woodbury for the Sabres. And now Enoch has the ball over on the far side, busting one tackle,
Enoch
getting over the
carry.
20, and down to about the 18 with 3:07 and
Barrett
counting
on
to
the
go.
tackle.
Let's set up about a second
But
and
2nd
four.
and 5 at the
Second and
18-yard
five.
line.
Two receivers near side, one to the far side. Man in the backfield. Shotgun formation here for Sibomana Enoch. He'll take the snap and keep it. And he fumbled it.
Enoch on the carry. There was a fumble on the play.
And looking through the binoculars, it appears that Fargo South recovered that fumble. We'll wait for the official signal here.
Recovering the ball for the Bruins. Number 55, A.J. Anderson.
.157 and counting to go here. No score between the Bruins and Sabres in the first quarter. It'll be a run to the near side here. Lahai with the carry.
Lahai with the carry.
And he'll be close to a first down, I believe. Or no, I can't see where the other orange sign is at.
Hogg on the tackle.
It's up further up the field, so he's back to about the original line of scrimmage.
It'll be 4th and 5 at the 18-yard line.
So the Bruins got to the 16 last time. Now they're at the 18, facing a 4th and 5. Can't recall how many field goals they attempted last season. But it appears here that they're going to go for it. Enoch under center. Receiver each side and fakes the handoff. Enoch will roll out to the far side, looking to pass. And he's going to get the first down. The 10 and close to the 5, where he meets up with a group of Sabres. And it'll be enough for a first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. I'm going to guess it's right around the 5-yard line.
It's a Bruins first down. 1st and 10 for the Bruins, or 1st and goal for the Bruins at the 7-yard line.
They'll move it back to the 7 here. First down and goal. So Kessel back in under center this time around. Two receivers far side, one near side. And a handoff to Danny Lahai, and he's close, and he's into the touchdown. Into the end zone for the touchdown. It's a 7-yard touchdown run for Danny Lahai. That play consisted of 5 runs and a penalty, or that drive, I should say.
In from the point after, number 41, Tate Simpson.
So the Bruins drive 46 yards on 5 running plays, resulting in a 7-yard touchdown run for Danny Lahai to make it 6-0. And now the extra point is up and good.
Point after is good.
7-0 Bruins over the Legacy Sabers here with 34 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I see
We'll
Beeler's on
take
his
a
way to
timeout.
get
We'll be
his.
right back after this.
50-50.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back. Daniel High takes it in on a 7-yard touchdown round to give the Bruins a 6-0 lead. Extra points good, 7-0 Bruins. 34 seconds remaining, first quarter of play here. And the Bruins will kick off from left to right. I believe that was Tate Sampson kicking off here. Yep, and it is. Tate Sampson will kick off.
Kicking off for the Bruins, number 41, Tate Sampson.
And the kick is up. Near side here, Sabers, I believe that was Ben Maroff, if I'm saying that correctly.
Maroff on the return. Peggy on the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sabres on their own 23-yard line.
Once again, Rhett Clemens, the starting quarterback here, grabs it under center and fires it out far side. He has his man. It should be complete.
Pass is incomplete.
Oh, it is incomplete, I guess. Looked like he caught it from my point of view, but maybe it did hit the ground first, and that'll be 2nd and 10 then for the Sabres from the 20.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Sabres on the 23-yard line.
Once again, Sabres won the toss and they deferred, so they'll receive the ball in the second half. They're trailing 7-0 now with 17 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. They'll hand it off and they'll gain 1 or 2 on that play, but not much.
Morrow on the carry.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Two teams will flip-flop sides of the field. And we'll be back in a moment on the Andy Sports Channel. 7-0 Fargo South leads the Sabres. After 1, back in a moment here on the Andy Sports Channel.
Just a moment.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Second quarter of play here, and the first play of the second quarter is their run to the near sideline here. It'll be just shy of a first down for the Sabres. Third play of the drive, 2 runs and an incomplete pass. So I'll set up
Once again, ladies
about
and gentlemen, I remind you 50-50 tickets are on sale. Pick them up now.
Should set up about a 4th and 1, 4th and 2.
4th and 1 at the
Jamal Spivey back to receive the kick. And Spivey will collect that at about its 29-yard line. Stutter step, go to the right side, now try and cut up the middle. Doesn't get very far. Does bring it up about 6 to the 35.
Crutchfield on the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins on their own 35-yard line.
So the Bruins started the game at the 35-yard line. Now they start the second quarter at the 35-yard line.
Hey, folks, I remind you.
First possession resulted in an interception. Second possession, 7-yard touchdown run by Danny Lahai. And now their third possession of the game.
Performance, Gate City Bank,
started at the 35.
First Class Mortgage, and Play It Again
Their own
Sports.
46 and their own 35. So not terrible starting position here for Fargo South in the game so far. And that will either got back to the line of scrimmage or might be a loss of 1 or 2 on that play. As the sun will dip behind the trees and the houses on the far side of the field, and now
The high on the carry.
the lights come on here at the field as well.
It'll be 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
So loss of 1, and I think that's that's Enoch to the near side. 40, 35, or 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. There we go.
Enoch on the carry.
Just shy of the 40 at about the 41-yard line of the Sabers. They it might be backed up a little bit, a yard or two to maybe the 40, 44, 43. We'll see what they spot it. It is enough for a first down to temporarily stop the clock, and they will indeed spot it at the 43-yard line.
It's a Bruins first down. 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the Sabres 43-yard line.
So, receiver to the far side, plus the tight end, the 2 receivers near side here. Kessel is in the shotgun, hands it out to Danny Lahai. Lahai gets tripped up right at the 45 there. Nice tackle there by that Legacy Saber. Once again, it's a little hard to see the jersey numbers for the Sabres, and we do apologize for that. 9:44 and counting to go. Hoffman on the tackle.
It'll be 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
9:37 and counting to go here, second quarter of play. Bruins lead via the 7-yard touchdown run by Danny Lahai. At our current score, 7-0. It's been a running game here for Fargo South so far. Now they line up in a shotgun formation, and Kessel will look to the near side and throw to the near side. And that was a nice break up there, as the intended receiver was Braden Newman, excuse me.
It'll be 3rd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
So the third play of the drive is an incomplete pass after 2 runs. Brings us down to about 9:14. Clock will stop on the incomplete pass. They'll send Bless Flomo to the near side, a couple receivers to the far side. One of them is Lars Hager. Kessel, under pressure, will keep it. Bring it up over the 40, and he's tackled down. That's
Kessel
a gain of about...
on the carry.
Let's see, a gain of about 5 or 6 on that play there. They'll spot the ball at the 37-yard line. Should set up about 4 yards to go here.
It'll be 4th and 4 at the 37-yard line. Timeout, Bruins.
Timeout. Fargo South will take a timeout as well. We'll be back in a moment. It's 7-0 Bruins over the Sabres here with 8:27 to go in the second quarter of play.
And again,
back in a
another part of
moment here
that
on the
list
Andy Sports
is
Channel.
the following.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set, for life.
It's on the north side of the stadium.
All right, coming out of the Fargo South timeout. Once again, 8:27 to go here. Second quarter of play. It's 4th down and 4 for Fargo South from the Saber 37-yard line. Bruins first possession and an interception, then the 7-yard touchdown run, and this is their 3rd possession of the game. Lars Hager, receiver far side. I believe Flomo's on the near side here, and it looks like it's Kessel under center. Kessel juggled the snap, fumbled it, and I believe the Bruin fell on it. It wasn't Lahai, it was the guy in front of him. Couldn't quite catch the jersey number on
recovery. It'll be a turnover by Downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sabres. At the 37-yard line.
So Sabres line up with a 1st and 10 from their own 37 now after the bad snap / fumble / turnover on Downs. And Sabres looking to pass. And rolling out is Clemens to his left, and he will be close to the 1st down. See, knocks down that 1st down marker there, going out of bounds, getting smacked by a couple of Bruins on the way. That will stop the clock with 8:14 to go here in the second quarter of play, and we'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like it's going to be just shy of the 1st down by about a yard.
It'll be 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
So 2nd and 1, Clemens in shotgun once again. No, check that, he is under center. And now he'll hand it off, and nowhere. Got back to the line of scrimmage, that was about it.
Roof on the carry. Gates on the tackle. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
I believe it was Hoffman on the carry there for the Sabres. 7:39 and counting as they'll temporarily stop the chains for the 1st down.
It's a Sabres Legacy. 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Sabres at the 49-yard line.
So they move the ball 12 yards in 3 plays. Clemens will throw near side. He's got his man wide open at the 30, the 20, the 25, 10. Breaks a couple tackles, goes into the middle, and into the end zone for the Sabre touchdown.
For the Sabres, number 33, Eric Hoffman. And it's a Sabres touchdown.
It was a 51-yard touchdown connection there from Clemens to his receiver. Sabres will line up for the
number 1,
extra point.
T.J. Seidel.
Snap, kick is up and good. We're knotted up at 7.
Kick is good.
51-yard touchdown pass for the Sabres ties us up with 7:12 to go in the second quarter of play. We're all knotted up, 7-7. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back. Sabers will kick off after a 51-yard touchdown pass from Clemens to Hoffman.
Kicking off for the Sabers, number 1, T.J. Seidel.
And that will give the ball back to the Bruins with 7:12 to go here in the second quarter of play. Tied up 7-7. And here's the kick. And received at about the 13-yard line. Bring it up close to the 30 and brought down. It was Danny Lahai on the return there.
Lahai on the return. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins. On their own 31-yard line.
So the Bruins will start their own 31 this time. Shotgun Enoch looking to pass. Now he keeps it and looks like, oh, he got it into the hands of Danny Lahai. I thought he was brought down.
Lahai on the reception.
So it's a short pass for a gain of maybe none.
Barrett on the tackle.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 on a negative one yard pass there
The
from
loss of
Enoch.
one will be 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
That's the first time that they've passed the ball on the first play of the drive in the game. High snap, Enoch grabs it. Looking downfield, now he's gonna go to the near sideline here. And he's got Robert Leslie at the 40. Breaks the tackle, 45, and that's where he'll be
Pass is
stopped.
complete to Leslie.
So
Rediger on the
pass
tackle.
plays.
It's a Bruins first down.
First down, 10
First and 10
for
for the
Fargo
Bruins.
South at the
They're on
45-yard line.
45-yard line.
Clock will restart after they set the chains, and they'll send 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. With Enoch in the shotgun, he'll hand it out to Lahai. No, he'll keep it. Enoch on the keeper on the fake handoff, brings
Enoch
it up just
on the
shy of the
carry.
50 to about the 49-yard line, a gain of about 4.5.
Hauger on the tackle. There's a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
.537 and counting to go here, second quarter of play. 2nd and 6 from the 49. And it'll be another handoff to Lahai. He'll spin around, get through a couple of tackles, and he'll be about 2 yards shy of the first down. Gain of about 4 on the carry there, bringing the ball up to the 46, 47-yard line.
Rediger on the tackle.
They'll spot the
It'll
ball
be
at the
3rd and 1
46,
at the
so that'll set up a
46-yard
3rd and
line.
1 for Fargo South here as they go back to the running game after 2 passes, and now we'll see what they do here on play number 4 of the drive. 3rd and 1. Enoch under center, and he's going to keep it. He's got the first down, and over the 40, brought down at about the 38. Gain of about 8 yards on that play.
Burrup on the tackle. It's the Bruins first down. 1st and 10 for the Bruins on the 38-yard line.
Well, we have an opportunity. Let's take a live look in at Shanley there. And Shanley, after being down 7-0, now leads 27-7 over Jamestown at halftime. Back to live action here at Grant Clombie Field. Enoch dropping back, looking to pass near side. Bless Flomo overthrows him. I think if Flomo would have reached out his hands, he may have had a chance to grab that one, but it'll be an incomplete pass.
38-yard line.
Just overthrew him. He was wide open. He got in front of that Saber defender there, and Enoch couldn't quite make the connection. So they'll set up a 2nd and 10 from the 38. Once again, they started this drive on their own 31-yard line. Enoch with the pitch and a flag on the play. 2 flags on the play.
Oh my gosh.
With the ball right now is Bakar Fulla. Fulla will be brought down here.
There's a flag on the play.
Brought down at about the 37 and flag pending. Flags came at 2 different times, one from the far sideline, one from in the backfield here. So I'm not sure if there's 2 penalties or 1 penalty on the play. We'll wait and get the official call here. Illegal shift on the Bruins and holding on the Bruins.
Legal shift declined. And a
So
holding
the
penalty
legal
on the
shift
Bruins.
was declined. Bruins will send, or the holding call will send the Bruins back 5 yards, I believe.
It'll be 2nd and 19 on the 47-yard line.
So ways to go here for the Bruins. I would imagine they're going to come out with a pass play here with Enoch in the shotgun. Enoch looking over the middle, and he's got his man at about the 33-yard line. Then he dropped the ball after the catch, and the Sabres will recover.
Number 3, Jamal Spy, fumble on the play. Ball was recovered by the Sabres. Number 25, Max Barrett.
Max Barrett on the fumble recovery there for Bismarck Legacy. They'll give them the ball back with 3:58 to go here in the second quarter of play. That'll be a handoff. I believe that's Hoffman on the carry, and he'll get maybe 1 on that play.
Hoffman on the carry.
Second and 8, so they'll give him 2 on that run play there for Hoffman. 3:33 and counting to go here, second quarter of play. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at the scoring summary and the drive summary of the first half here. Take a look at some of the other scores around the state. Pass incomplete and no flags on the play, and that will stop the clock with 3:19 and set up a 3rd and 8 for Bismarck Legacy.
The Sabres, number 88, Nick Kupfer. It'll be 3rd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Nick Kupfer, a 6'3" junior wide receiver / defensive back for the Sabres, was the intended receiver on that play. Man in motion to the far side, and now he'll come back to the near side with Clemens in the shotgun. Rush attack, flag on the play. And the play will end at about the 40-yard line here on the near sideline. And now we'll see how the flag affects that
Hoffman
play.
on the carry, there's a flag on the play.
So pending the flag, it'd be a gain of about 7 if the flag is not against Legacy. Here comes the call. Holding on Bismarck Legacy, so eliminate that play.
The Sabres.
So the 3rd and 8 will turn into a 3rd and 21, excuse me.
3rd and 21 at the 20-yard line.
Clemens in the shotgun once again.
We'll just wait out here because I don't know how to walk
in there. 7 on the game clock, and this will be, I believe, on the Sabres.
Flag on the play.
Foul start on Bismarck Legacy.
Sabres.
That will back them up another 5 yards for a 3rd and 26.
It'll be 3rd and 26 at the 15-yard line.
So this drive started. forgot to write it down. I think it was right in the 30-yard line area. After the lost fumble.
Timeout, Sabers.
And Bismarck Legacy will
You know,
take
that
a
means I can
timeout.
tell you once again, the halftime's going to be
Let's go ahead and take a look at Shanley and Jamestown. They're still at halftime. About 5 minutes left in halftime. Shanley leads 27-7
the Fargo South
right
Bruins
now.
football program, and as well go home with cash in your pocket. 50-50 tickets, only $1. Pick them up, get them, and make yourself happy.
I'm not sure who texted us, if they're a Bruin fan or a Legacy fan, but I'm glad you're enjoying the broadcast there, and we appreciate those compliments. I hope you watch future games with us. We'll have a few more Bruin games this year if you're a Bruins fan. To the best of our knowledge, this will be the only time you see the Sabres on the football field. I think we have some volleyball matches coming up for the Sabres in the near future, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to check our schedule. Go to our website at msportsnet.com. Under the games button, click on stream schedule. You can find out who's playing when. All those games will be a live stream video broadcast on our website. Clemens will pass it out far side and diving, making the catch over the 50-yard line for the first down for Bismarck Legacy. I believe the receiver was Nick Cutler.
It was intended for Cutler.
Oh, and it was incomplete. I thought he caught it. So did half of the Legacy fans who are right in front of me and to my left and right. Bruin fans are off to the far right from where I'm positioned.
Number 5, Clay Felon, back deep for the Bruins.
So 4th and 26.
Jamal Spivey.
And Spivey back to receive the punt, and the punt is underway. It's short punt. I believe Bruin got the hand on it. As it drops at the 30-yard line here, and will take a, for lack of better wording, a Saber bounce to the 31. So that, I do believe that was partially blocked, but I didn't see which Bruin got their hand on it.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins on the Sabres' 31-yard line.
So the Saber drive started on the 31, and now after the partially blocked punt, the Bruin drive starts on the Saber 31. This is the first time in the game that one of the teams has started on the other team's side of the field for a drive. 2:23 and counting. Dropping back is Kessel near side. Blesfomo, touchdown! 31-yard touchdown pass from Kessler to Blesfomo.
In for the point after, number 41, Tate Simpson.
And I apologize, friends. Let's put it back on here.
And the long snapper, number 55, A.J. Anderson.
Good thing we have the game video live on all of our screens there. I do apologize. 31-yard touchdown pass from Kessel to Blesfomo. Extra point is up and good. One more.
Point after is good.
And the Fargo South Bruins now lead 14-7 over the Bismarck Legacy Sabers on a 31-yard touchdown connection from Kessel to Flomo. Back after this here on the
you have an
Sports
opportunity
Channel.
still to pick up your 50-50 tickets.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Sabres will get that right around the 17, bring it up shy of the 25, maybe right on the 25. And I want to say hi to the individual watching from Boise, Idaho, cheering on Barrett boys and the rest of the Legacy Sabers here on the Indy Sports Channel. Thanks so much for watching. We certainly appreciate that. Right now, Sabres trail here on the road. 14-7.
It'll be first
7-yard
10
touchdown run for Danny Lahai. Put the Bruins up 7-0. And then a 51-yard touchdown pass from Clemens to Hoffman for the Sabres to tie it up at 7. And then most recently here, the Bruins retake the lead on a 31-yard connection between Kessel and Bless Flomo down the near sideline. 1st and 10 from the 25.
The only thing is
Clemens on the carry.
That'll be close to a first down here.
Lahai on the tackle. It's a Sabres first down. 1st and 10 for the Sabres on the 35-yard line.
That last Bruin drive was one play, one pass for 31 yards after the partially blocked
Lahai on
punt.
the tackle.
And that whistle will stop the clock with 1:48 to go here before halftime. And now the official having a chat with some of the Fargo South coaches on the near sideline here. I'm not sure what that discussion was about. And they just they went from 148 to 153, so they added about 5 or so seconds to the clock. So 1:53, that was what the discussion was about. Clemens looking, far sideline. He has a man in the area, and did he make the grab this time? No, he did not. 2 near catches, and they would have been beautiful plays on both of them, but just not quite getting the luck they need on those diving pass
Pass was
plays.
intended for the Sabres, number 88, Kupfer. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Nick Kupfer, a 6'3" junior, was the intended receiver on the far side there for Bismarck Legacy. I'll stop the clock with 1:47. Clemens with some pressure in the back and nearly got stripped there, and he'll find his man far sideline. About the 48 is where the catch was made. He'll bring it up to the 49 for sure, maybe the 50. Either way, it's good enough for a Sabre first down.
Berman on the reception.
Yeah, in front of our face sometimes.
Clemens on the carry.
Clemens on the carry there will bring it about 4 or 5 yards to right around the 44-yard line of the Bruins. Also want to say hi to
the 46-yard line.
Fargo South fan who graduated from Fargo South High School back in 1972. He's watching the game tonight from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you sending in the message to us here. Clemens for the Sabres will receive the snap, and he looks far side. He's got his man at about the 32 where the catch is made. Bring it up over the 30 to about the 29, 28-yard line. I believe it was Kuppner, but it's hard to see on the far side there.
Pass is complete to the Sabres. Oh, penalty on the play.
Now there's a flag, and it looks like I didn't see the hand motion, but I did see him point towards the Sabres. So whatever the penalty
Illegal
was,
chop
it was
block.
on the Sabres. Minute 19 before we hit halftime here. This drive started on the 25. 3 plays later, they're at the 40. Short screens pass over the middle, 45-50 midfield, and brought down at about the 46-yard line.
To Hoffman.
Hoffman on the reception for the Sabres. Minute 5 and counting. Now just under a minute, 59 seconds to go.
Okay, we're gonna go in there.
Sabres looking to tie this thing up. They'll float it near side. Nice catch at the 30, and a nice hard hit by the Bruins at the 29.
Berman on the reception.
They'll temporarily stop the clock with 49 seconds so they can move the chains. Now the clock will roll again. Clemens looking far side. Pressure from behind. I don't know if Clemens is aware he's there. And that's going to be close to a first down. I'm not sure where he caught it at. If it was on the left or right side of the first down marker.
It'll be second and...
So we'll be second and short. About 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2 as I
Second and 2 at the 21-yard line.
So they'll set the ball up at the 21, and the first down marker's just shy of the 19, so it'll be about 2nd and a yard and a half.
Bruins!
Fargo South will take a timeout.
Again,
We
with
will
38
too.
seconds
Back
left in
in
the
a
half.
moment here
It's
on
a great
the
time to remind you those Bruin kicks are going to hit
Actually,
the
we'll
field.
keep it right
oh,
here.
what a routine they've got this evening. Make sure you stop and take a look. Otherwise, on your way out to the concessions, make sure you pick up your 50-50 tickets. They're only $1.
10 minutes left in the third quarter.
Support your
Shanley leads
Fargo
Jamestown
Bruins.
27-7. Jamestown scored the first touchdown of that game. And since then, it's been all Shanley. They were leading 25-7. I wonder if they either got a 2-point conversion or a safety since the last time we checked in on that play. Right now, it's a Fargo South timeout. That live look-in is courtesy of ShanleyTV.com and the Shanley TV YouTube channel. We appreciate our friends at Shanley High School for allowing us to check in with them periodically. Back to live action here. 38 seconds to go before halftime. It is 2nd and 2 for the Sabres from the Bruin 21-yard line. Clemens looking to pass, and
Clemens on the carry.
Clemens will keep the
Leslie
ball.
on the tackle.
And he got enough for the first down. He gained about 4 on that play. That'll set up a 1st and 10 from approximately the 18. We'll see where they spot the ball. It'll be about the 18 or 19-yard line. This drive started on the Sabres' own 25-yard line.
First down, Sabres. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sabres at the 18-yard line. Sabres timeout.
This drive now 7 plays, 3 runs and 2 for 4 passing on the drive on this drive here. That started with 2:17 left in the second. They have 31 seconds to move the ball approximately 18 yards to get it into the end zone. So we have another timeout, this time by Bismarck Legacy. Let's go ahead and take another live look in there as it looks like Jamestown has the ball on approximately the 32-yard line there. Trailing by 20 with about 9.5 to go in the third. Sabres will come out of their timeout. If there's time, we'll watch this play. And we'll come back to our live action now. So Clemens in the shotgun here for the Sabres, and he's going to roll out near side. He will pass, and through the hands of his intended receiver. It was a nice pass, but unable to connect on it. That'll stop the clock with 27 seconds to go. So that was the 8th play of the drive there, 3 for 5 passing on this particular drive.
I'm going to say number 83, Brody Saylor.
If it is Brody, he's a 5'11" sophomore.
It must still be before. Now I can tell it's cousin. You know what's so funny?
Clemens will keep it, and he dropped it. And the Bruins will fall on it. Falling on it, Fargo South was Carlos Amezcaz, I believe is how you say it, number 79.
Number 79 recovered the ball Carlos Lemescas.
A 5'10 senior for the Fargo South
It's
Bruins.
first and 10 for the Bruins. First and 10 for the Bruins on their own 12-yard line.
Right at the 20-yard, or the 18-yard line. He's right by the route.
So the lost fumble will give the ball back to the Bruins at 21 seconds to go, and they'll set up at the 12. They have 88 yards to try and get a score here. They got to do it in 21 seconds. And they will just kneel down, and that should end it. That should bring us to halftime on that kneel down. I don't believe there will be another play. So what we'll do here is we'll add up some numbers. We'll take a break, add up some numbers, come back with our halftime show here in a little bit. At halftime, Fargo South 14, Bismarck Legacy 7. The Sabers will get the ball.
At the halftime, we're going to see the Bruins kick.
We'll be back after a moment here on the ND Sports Channel with your halftime show.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome back. We're at halftime here at Branquami Field in South Fargo. About 7 minutes here before we kick off the second half of play. Bismarck Legacy will receive the second half kickoff after deferring and winning the coin toss to start the game. Bruins will get the ball and hold on to it for about 5.5 minutes, and they would start on their own 35-yard line, and it would end in an interception by the Sabers' Keegan Woodbury. To give the ball back to Bismarck Legacy with 6:27 to go in the first quarter. They would take over at their own 16-yard line and go 3 and out and punt. Then the Bruins would get the ball back at the 4:52 mark, and they would make 5 run plays, and that would conclude in a 7-yard touchdown run by Danny Lahai. Extra point good. At that point, it was 7-0 Fargo South. After that drive started on their own 46-yard line, they would kick it off, give it back to the Sabers, who would start the drive at their own 23-yard line. That would bring us to the end of the first quarter, and then 2 plays later into the second quarter, they would punt for the second time in the game. Bruins would get the ball back at the 11:01 mark in the second quarter of play, run it twice, and 0 for 1 on passing on that particular drive. That started at their own 35-yard line. It would be they would turn it over on downs as they would fumble on a bad snap to give the Bruins or the Sabers the ball back here. Turn down that crowd mic there. We got people stomping around our crowd mic. We apologize. So the Sabers would get the ball back after the turnover on downs with about 8:23 remaining in the second quarter of play. They'd run 3 run plays and then 1 pass play, and that pass play would result in a 51-yard connection between Clemens and Hoffman to tie the game up at 7-7. With the extra point. Got the right and the score at that point. And then the Bruins get the ball back with 7:12 to go. They would pass the most on this particular drive, as they would go 3 of 4 on passing and run the ball once. And that drive would end in a lost fumble that was recovered by Bismarck Legacy's Max Barrett, 5'8" junior, to give the ball back to the Sabers with 3:58 remaining in the second quarter of play. That drive would start at their own 31-yard line, and they would only go backwards. They would eventually end up punting the ball, and that punt was partially blocked, and that punt would go right back to where the Sabers started and give the Bruins the ball at the Saber 31-yard line. And 1 pass play later, Kessel would drop back and find Flomo on the near sideline for the 31-yard touchdown connection to make the score 14-7 with the extra point in favor of the Bruins. That would bring us to our current score. Sabres would get the ball back at their own 25. They would lose it on a fumble that was recovered by Fargo South's Carlos Amzakua, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm pretty sure I totally messed that one up, and I apologize. And then, so the Bruins would get the ball back on their own 12-yard line. They would take a kneel, and that would bring us to halftime. And that is your halftime game summary. Bruins ran the ball 13 times in that first half, and they were 5 of 8 passing. For the Sabres, they would run it 12 times, and they were 2 of 6 passing, according to my numbers for first half. We'll come back here. We're about 3.5 minutes away from the start of the second half and conclude our halftime show here after this short timeout on the ND Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Download Game Time today.
The North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Two, 7-9. If your number is 376-3279, come up to the press box. I have a lot of cash. If that is your number and you don't want to collect the money, I'm perfectly willing to keep it.
All right, welcome back here. We're about 90 seconds away from the start of the second half. Once again, Bismarck Legacy will receive the second half kickoff as they won the coin toss and deferred in the first half. Unofficial numbers here, time of possession, Fargo South 16 minutes 12 seconds, while the Legacy Sabers 7 minutes 48 seconds. Once again, that's unofficial, but it's pretty close to accurate there. As towards the end of the second half, the Bruins had 2 possessions that totaled 27 seconds. One of them was a 31-yard touchdown pass, and then the other one was after the fumble recovery and the kneel down to clear the 21 remaining seconds of halftime. So the Bruins keeping the ball for a majority. According to my numbers here, the Bruins had it for 5 minutes and 33 seconds on their first possession, 4 minutes 18 seconds on their second possession, 2 minutes and 38 seconds on their third possession, 3 minutes and 16 seconds on their fourth possession, 6 seconds on their fifth possession, and then 21 seconds on their sixth possession of the first half. For the Bismarck Legacy Sabers, unofficial times look like this: a minute 35 on their first possession, a minute 33 on their second possession, which was the final 34 seconds of the first quarter, crossing over into the second quarter, a minute 11 on their third possession, a minute 35 on their fourth possession, and a minute 56 on their fifth possession of the game. So 6 possessions for the Bruins, 5 for the Sabers. You could say it's 5 and 5 if you don't count the kneel down, but that does count. So Bruins have 1 more possession, and now the Sabers will get it back here to start the third quarter of play. All right, so as we get ready here, as we're waiting on the Bruins, let's go ahead and take a live look in at Fargo Shanley and Jamestown. At last check, it was 25-7. Looks like Shanley's going to run it into the end zone here, 10-5 and another touchdown. So Shanley will increase their lead there, as you saw the replay, and it's now 33-7 with 3:52 to go with the extra point pending here. And we will have time, I would presume, to watch this extra point as the Fargo South Bruins are finally getting onto the field here, and it looks like they will convert on that. So 34-7, Shanley leads Jamestown with about 3:52 remaining in that third quarter of play. We'll check back in on that one here. It's 14-7 as Tate Sampson will kick off for Fargo South. Bruins in their dark brown with gold pants and white numbers moving from left to right. The Legacy Sabers in their white jerseys with gold numbers moving from right to left. And the third quarter is underway as the Sabers will bring it up just shy of the 40 on the kick return there.
On the return. Allard on the tackle. It'll be first and 10 for the Sabers on their own 39-yard line.
So Sabers will start on their own 39. Here to start the third quarter of play. And the first play will be a run up the middle for a gain of maybe 2.
Hoffman on the carry.
Once again, 13 run plays for the Bruins, 12 run plays for the Sabers in that first half.
It'll be second and 7 at the 42-yard line.
So a gain of 3. I said 2 originally. They gave him 3, so let's set up a second and 7 at the 42. And another handoff, and that maybe, if they're lucky, got back to the original line of scrimmage as the Bruins got in there quick to bring down the runner.
On the carry. Lee's on the tackle. So lost 1 on the play.
Lost one, third and 8 now.
At the 41-yard line.
At the 41. So they've lost 2 yards on this play on 2 runs. Gained yardage on the first run and lost yardage on the second run. And now a whistle
It's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play will stop the clock with 10:55 to go here in the third quarter of play. Number 1 team out of the East versus the number 1 team out of the West. And the scoreboard would certainly reflect that. I to be honest, I expected this one to be higher scoring game at halftime than it is, but not complaining either. It's a good matchup here. We'll see how the Sabres respond in the second half. Trailing by 7 to the Bruins here with 10:52 to go on a 3rd and 13 from the Sabre 36. Clemens will drop back, pass it near side, the one-handed grab, scoops it in, and just shy of the 50, out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. That'll be good for a 4th and 1.
Hoffman. Leslie on the tackle.
Just shy of the 1st. And it'll be about a 4th and 1, 4th and 2. I'm guessing 4th and 1.
It'll be 4th and 1 at the 49-yard line.
So they've gained 10 yards of offense on this drive as they started at the 39. There's a flag. That's going to, I believe, back up the Sabres.
Flag on the play.
4th and 1 will turn into a 4th and 6 here for Bismarck Legacy.
Well, start, Sabres.
So I'll stop the clock with 10:44 to go here in the third quarter.
It'll be 4th and 6 at the 44-yard line. Into punt. Play Phelan.
And the punt is off, and that one was also blocked. And the Bruins will get their best field position of the game on the block punt.
By the Bruins, number 22, Anthony Payne.
Fooled everybody, including our cameraman. So after the block punt on 4th and 6, that'll give the Bruins the ball back with 10:36 to go.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins on the Sabres' 19-yard line.
On the 19 of the Sabres. Kessel looking to pass. Far side, I believe that's Flomo. Did he catch it? Oh, was it intercepted? He caught it. Touchdown.
It's a Bruins touchdown.
So Kessel to Flomo on Flomo's second touchdown reception of the night. It was a 19-yard play and 1 pass play on that play. That's the second time they've passed it for 1 time for a score in this contest. 10:28 to go in the third quarter of play, and it's 20-7 with the PAT pending here. Snap, hold, kick is up and through and good. One more. And it's 21-7 in favor of Fargo South. 10:28 to go, third quarter of play. Bruins up 2 touchdowns on the Sabres. Back in a moment on the Andy Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, a 19-yard touchdown pass from Kessel to Flomo for Flomo's second touchdown reception of the night. Puts the Bruins up 21-7 over the visiting Legacy Sabers. And here's the kickoff, and that's a deep kickoff, and it'll be received right at the 10-yard line. 15, 20, 25, cuts through up to the 30 and a flag on the play. I believe that ball will be stopped at about the 29, actually. So that 19-yard touchdown pass
Clemens on
was
the
set
tackle.
up
There's a flag on the play.
via a blocked punt
Clemens on the
that
return.
fooled everybody. At least it fooled me.
Holding against the Sabers.
So the Sabres will get the holding penalty, and
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sabres on their own 19-yard line.
so they'll start on their own 19. That's where the Bruins started on their previous drive. Bruins had the ball for 8 seconds, time of possession on that last drive. On the 31-yard touchdown pass back in the second quarter, that drive lasted 6 seconds. So they scored 2 touchdowns on a total of 13 seconds off the clock here. And that's the difference in the game right now. It's a 2-touchdown lead for
Clemens
Fargo
on the
South.
run.
21-7 with 10:15 and counting to go here. As the Sabres will run the ball for a short gain. Once again, we're here live at Brandt Comey Field in South Fargo. This is a brand new field as of last year. We had the
It'll be
debut
2nd and
game
3
on
at
it
the 26-yard line.
when the Bruins hosted the Grand Forks Central Knights last year, mid-season, and Bruins took care of that game easily. And not so much the case in this game, at least up to this point. I believe the final score was like 49-0 or something to that effect in that game against Grand
Pass
Forks
is
Central in
complete.
the debut
The
game
Sabres
here for the
wide
Bruins at
receiver.
Brandt Comey
It's
Field.
the Sabres' 1st down.
If you search back in the playlist for the Fargo South Bruins, you can watch that game. Speaking of that, Legacy fans, we have a Legacy playlist set up too. So every game we've covered for the Sabres here on the ND Sports Channel are available on demand 24/7 at your convenience.
Oh, man. Throw it.
I believe that was Clemens, the quarterback, with the ball the
Clemens on
entire
the carry.
time. And he didn't get too much. Gain of 1, if that. It'll be a 2nd and 8.
It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
So if you have any Bismarck Legacy fans, if you have any friends or family that weren't able to watch the game live, don't tell them the final score. Let them watch and find out. The game will be available within about an hour or so after the conclusion of our live broadcast. And I believe that flag is on the Sabres once again. No,
Dead
this
ball
one's
fall.
on the.
Offsides on the Bruins.
This one was on the Bruins. I saw a lot of Bruin fans clapping on that
That'll
one, which maybe
make it 2nd
led me to
and 3
believe
at
that
the
was against
40-yard
the
line.
Sabres, although I did see Antoine Clemens jump off there. Wasn't sure if he was drawn off or not. Clemens passing, caught at the 42, over the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. Good for a
Pass
gain
is complete,
of
I believe, to number 88, Nick Kupfer.
23 on the play.
John Farr on the tackle. It's a Sabres 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Sabres at the 37-yard line.
So the drive started at their own 19. Now they're on the Bruin 37, little 1st and 10, and much more. Another 1st down and out of bounds at about the 21-yard line, far sideline. That was a quarterback keeper there for Clemens. Rhett Clemens, a 6'3" senior for the Sabres. 1st and 10 from the
Morris
Bruin
on the
21-yard line now, and the Sabres are on the move, looking
It's
to
a Sabres
close the
1st
gap on
down.
that scoreboard as they trail
1st and 10 for the
21-7 here
Sabres.
to the home
Bruins
team.
21-yard line.
Bruins. As we hit 9 o'clock here on the ND Sports Channel. Well, thank you for tuning in and watching this fantastic football game here between the Sabres and the Bruins.
Hoffman on the carry.
Hoffman with another short gain here. That'll move the ball just shy of a 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 3 approximately.
Clemens on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
2nd and 3 at the 14. Sabres in the red zone for, I believe, the 1st time in this game. 2nd time, excuse me.
Come on, Ben.
That'll be a handoff far side, and did he sneak into the end zone? He did. It's a touchdown, Bismarck Legacy.
On the carry, and it's the Sabres touchdown.
And it was Hoffman. Lyric Hoffman, the 5'11" junior, on the carry. Bruins will line up
In
for the point after attempt.
number 1, TJ Seidel.
Pick us up.
Point after is good.
And good. So Hoffman with an 11-yard touchdown run puts the Bruins, or checked out the Sabers a little bit closer with 8:09 to go here in the third quarter of play. The Bruins will get the ball back after this quick timeout on the Andy Sports Channel.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, so Sabres get another touchdown off the carry by
number
Hoffman,
1,
and
TJ Seidel.
now they're trailing by a single score. 21-14 with 8:09 left to go in the third. Plenty of time here for Bismarck Legacy to play catch up and possibly take the lead. We'll see how Fargo South responds. As that one will be kicked out of bounds, and that will draw the flag and pull the ball up to about the 30 or 35. I forget where they place it on the kick out of bounds.
Flag on the play was for
kick out of bounds.
kickoff out of bounds. It'll be first and 10 for the Bruins at their own 35-yard line.
35, that's what I was thinking. I just wasn't 100% sure.
Oh, were you marked for beginning and...
So they'll start first and 10 from the 35 here.
There's 4 signs. There's one that
Bruins have run the ball twice and passed the ball once here in the second half. So far, 3 plays. Oh no, check that. I was looking at the wrong game summary sheet there. That was the stats for the Sabres.
First down.
Lahai with a nice carry over midfield. Good for about 20 yards or so. Set the ball up first and 10 at the 47.
The Sabres 47-yard line.
The Humney Cunningham was so boring. It was just smoked the team that was here.
So gain of 18 on that run there by Danny Lahai. 7:51 and counting to go. 2 men in the backfield, and they'll fake the handoff. Kessel with the keeper brings it up, and a flag on the play as Kessel gets dropped at the 45.
Kessel on the keeper. There's a flag on the play. Barrett on the tackle. They have waved off the flag. No penalty on the play. It will be second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
All right, so flag, they pulled it. No penalty on the play. Second and 8 for the Bruins from the 45. Gain of 2 on that last play there.
To make the flag like stay where you're dealing with the ball together. So like if you were the one to get the ball, you would be the one.
So Kessel under center once again. This time he'll hand it off to Danny Lahai. Lahai will cut over to the far side, over to the 40 to the 35, maybe closer to the 36. It'll be a gain of about 8 or 9, and it should be enough for a first down. We'll see where they spot it though. 7:09 and counting. And it looks like it'll be just inches short of the first down.
It'll be 3rd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
So it will indeed be at the 37. First down marker is a few inches shy of the 38. So 3rd and a long 1.
As you can see, we're at a good spot of the field. I mean, we're almost center.
In motion is Spy. And maybe, maybe not. It looks like they did get the first down if I'm seeing the spot correctly.
Yeah.
And they will indeed move the chains. That will temporarily stop the
Franks
clock
on the carry.
with
It's
6:38
the
to go.
Bruins. First down. First and 10 for the Bruins. The Saber 35-yard line.
6:32, 6:31, 6:30, etc. and counting here in the third quarter of play. Sabres scoring on a touchdown run by Hoffman to cut the lead down to 21-14. Now the Bruins are on the move. They've ran the ball 4 times here on this drive so far. Dropping back and throwing near side, and no flag on the play, overthrew the receiver. It was intended there for Bakar Fulla.
It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I'll stop the clock with 6:08 on the incomplete pass.
I can never play. Like, I'm strong enough to play. Like, that's not the issue. It's just the running is. I don't have to work so much with that.
So now the Bruins shop in a shotgun formation, and a far side got his receiver. I think it's Flomo on the 20.
Pass is complete to the Bruins, number 13, Connor Wolf. It's a Bruins touchdown.
Connor Wolf
for the Bruins.
is a 5'10"
The 21-yard line.
Connor Wolf. Lars Hager is the one who came out. So now the Bruins with a receiver near side. It's Spy. One far side. Can't quite see what it is. And it'll be a handoff. That's Danny Lahai. And Danny Lahai will get tackled for a loss.
Lahai on the carry. A host of Sabres on the tackle. Led by number 57.
6 plays on the drive. 5 run, 1 pass.
Logan Barrett.
Drive started at the Bruins 35-yard line, and now they are up to the Sabre 24.
Like, if I really want to, I can do the speed, strength, and just I'm not. Compared to all the other guys, like running backs are they're smaller.
5:07 and counting in the shotgun, looking to pass near side, going for Jamal Spy, and he got it! A 24-yard touchdown connection from Clemens to Spy.
Jamal Spy, and it's the Bruins.
27-14 with the PAT pending. Kessel to Spy, Jamal Spy this time, and now the Bruins will line up for the extra point. 27-14, 5:01 to go, and the snap is dropped. It'll be picked up, run to the near sideline. Now the throw, and it's intercepted in the end zone, and that will result in a no good 2-point conversion off the bad snap on the kick attempt.
With the incomplete pass, or with the throwing the interception, point after is not good.
What was it? Tell me.
So it will remain 27-14. Sabres will get the ball back with 5:01 to go. We'll take a timeout. Actually, we'll keep it. We'll take a look at Jamestown and Shanley here. Blue Jays on that instant replay there. It looks like they moved the ball up to about midfield, and right now they trail 37-14 with about 8 minutes left in the fourth. So Jamestown, the Blue Jays, getting another one on the board here. We'll check back in with that live feed from Shanley TV here momentarily as we get ready for the kickoff here. 24-yard touchdown pass from Kessel to Spy.
Got the 30 on the far side.
And the PAT, the snap was bad. Kicker picked it up, ran to the near sideline, threw an interception into the end zone on the follow-up 2-point conversion attempt, and that results in a failed
Kicking off for the
PAT.
Bruins, number 41, Tate Simpson.
27-14. Bruins on top by 13, and the kick is off. Kick will be collected at about the 7-yard line. 10, 15, 20, 25, and that's about where he'll come to a stop. A little short at about the 23.
Sterlingson on the tackle.
So we'll wait a moment here to see where they spot the ball. Be 1st and 10 Sabres here from roughly the 23-yard line. And that is indeed where they'll spot the ball, is at the 23. .454 to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. Now be a run play and go over to the far side. Still on his feet at the 25 and brought down over the 25 at about the 26-27. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Barrett on the carry.
Set up
on the play.
2nd and 6 pending the flag.
Leslie on the tackle.
Wait for the official call here. First half flew by, 3rd quarter. Not quite as quick as the 1st quarter, but.
And the flag is waved off.
And they're going to wave the flag off again. It's the 2nd penalty in a row that has been waved off. So it'll be about 2nd and 6 from the 27.
27-yard line.
There we go. That's exactly what I was thinking. And gain of 1 at the maximum, maybe no gain on that play there.
Carrying the ball for the Sabres, number 25, Max Barrett. Gates on the tackle. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
4:15 and counting to go, 3rd quarter of play. Sabres sent 3 receivers near side, 1 far side. Clemens in the shotgun. He'll get the snap, roll near side. Pressure is on. Now he'll cut up the middle. 30, 35, 40, 45, up to about midfield. Still on his feet and out of bounds at about the Bruin 46-yard line on the far sideline.
Gates on the carry. Clemens finally knocks him out of bounds. It's a Sabres first down. 1st and 10 for the Sabres on the Bruin 45-yard line.
So they'll spot it at the 45 instead of the 46. And now stop the clock with 3:57. 3 receivers near side, once again 1 far side. Pressure is on in the backfield. He's not going to escape it this time. Clemens goes down on the sack from the Fargo South players. 3 of them in on that one. We'll see who they credit the sack to.
Sterlingson on the sack.
That's because like their quarterback got wrecked, and all their players practically walked away from It's quarter 3, so they're still.
Be a run play here. 40-35, still on his feet. 30-25-20, down the near sideline. He's dragged down at about the 11 there by John Farr.
Farr on the tackle.
That'll be another first down, stopping the clock at the moment with 3:02 as they'll move the chains. And they will indeed mark the ball at the 11. So 1st and 10 just outside. Sabres can get 1 more first down if they can get the ball up to the 1-yard line here without scoring. And then if that were to happen, they would have 4 chances to get it in from the 1. But first of all, 4 chances to get 10 here, if not 11 for the Sabres, and cut that lead down a little bit. Scoreboard says 27-32. It is actually 27-14 in favor of the Bruins. And now they're working on fixing that. 27-14 with 2:27 and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter of play.
Okay, so Something's wrong with the scoreboard.
And the Sabres looking to close the gap once again. Get within 6. Pass far side. He caught it. Touchdown, Bismarck Legacy. I believe it's Nick Kupfer on the reception, the 6'3" junior. As I took a peek through the binoculars, it was number 88 holding the ball.
We'll have a pick shortly.
27-20 now. And the Sabres will line up for the PAT. 2:12 to go. Kick is up and it is good.
Right after good.
27-21, the Sabres are within 6. We have a good one here at Brancolini Field in South Fargo. 2:12 to go, third quarter of play. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
TJ Seidel will kick off for Bismarck Legacy, and they close the gap to within 6. Bruins will get the ball back here with 2:12 to go in the third quarter of play. And it's an onside kick, and the Sabres recover. Wow, that was unexpected. That's the last time. I just presume the next team's going to get the ball on my try summary sheet. All right, so we made the manual adjustment with ink on our game summary sheet here. And now the Sabres will get the ball back right at midfield. Well, on their own 49, actually. They'll pass over midfield. Pass is caught at the 46, out of bounds at the 45. It's a gain of about 7 on the play and should set up a second and
Keegan Woodbury.
Maybe closer to a gain of 4 and a second and 6.
The 45-yard line.
Man in motion to the near side, and they will hand it off to that man. He'll come to the near side, and he's on his feet at the 40, over to the 35, down at about the 34. On the carry there for Bismarck Legacy was, I believe that was Keegan Woodbury.
It's the Sabres' first down.
So that'll stop the clock with 1:57 to move the chains, and 1st and 10 now from the Bruin 34.
1st and 10 for the Sabres on the 34-yard.
So 11-yard touchdown pass from Clemens to Kupfer to make it 27-21. Then they'll get the successful onside kick to get the ball back. And now they're knocking on the door once again here on the Bruin 34 with a 1st and 10 with just shy of 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play.
Oh yeah, my hat's off.
That bad snap on the extra point by Fargo South here, if their defense can't step up, that could come back to hurt them. If the Sabres can score on this drive here, because instead of the game being tied, Legacy would end up with a 1-point lead. So we'll see what kind of plays they come out with here, as they're attending to an injured Bruin on the field right now. Danny Lahai will hobble off the field here, and they will, hopefully it's nothing more than a pulled, than a stretching out the muscle. Hopefully it's nothing serious than that. And now we're back to action as the clock will restart. It starts ticking now with a minute 48, minute 47 and counting. 1st and 10 for the Sabres from the Bruin 34-yard line. 3-step drop, looking near side, and 2 men there, and his pass is intercepted by John Farr.
John Farr. 1st and 10 for the Bruins.
That'll give the Bruins the ball back with a minute 33.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins at their own 5-yard line.
They'll start at their own 5.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Sabres had the ball for just 39 seconds after that onside kick. And now John Farr will get the interception to give the ball back to the Bruins with a minute 33 to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. So Legacy not out of it yet. Still a quarter to play in this one. But that certainly doesn't help the momentum here for Bismarck Legacy. We'll see how Fargo South, if they can capitalize on this. And now looks like we have a timeout on the field, possibly. Timeout, Fargo South. So let's take a look at Fargo, Shanley, and Jamestown, see what they're sitting at right now. 44-21, Jamestown scoring again with 4 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. So after the Fargo South timeout here, they will start at their own 5-yard line here. They'll send 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Looks like Lahai is in the background with Kessel, and that will draw a flag. And I believe that'll be a foul start by Fargo South, but we'll wait for the official call here. And it will indeed, so that'll back them up right to the goal line.
It'll be 1st and 12 at the 3-yard line.
Oh, only to the 3-yard line, half the distance to the goal. Okay, that makes sense. So they have a little bit of breathing room here. You may want to contemplate a short pass, even though if they were to fall incomplete, at least you wouldn't lose yardage on the play, but that's not what they're going to do. They're going to get a run, and well, they're going to get up to just shy of the 10-yard line. So 1st and 12 with a gain of 7 turns into about a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 6 is what they'll have on the scoreboard here.
Lardy on the the carry. Barrett on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
So the penalty and then the run sets up a 2nd and 6 with just under a minute to go. 55 seconds and counting to go, 3rd quarter of play. That'll be a pitch far side into the hands there, Bakar Fulla, and Fulla will be brought down shy of the 15.
Fulla on the carry.
About the 14, sets up a gain of approximately 8, and maybe a 3rd and 2. I think I missaid the numbers there. It will be 3rd and 2 though.
It'll be 3rd and 2 on the 13-yard line.
So gain of 4 is what I meant to say, and I said a gain of 8. 8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. And looks like the clock will just run down. 2, 1, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll take a timeout and come back with the fourth quarter of play. Let the two teams switch sides of the field. And back with the fourth quarter after this. Bruins leading 27-21. It's a good one. Don't go anywhere. Back with the conclusion after this on the Andy Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, start of the fourth quarter here. And that run play. And that could be bad news for Bismarck Legacy. All the way into the end zone for the touchdown for Fargo South is Bakar Fulla. One play and 6 more points for Fargo South. 33-21, 11:47 to go. That was an 83-yard touchdown run for Fulla. As the drive started, the play started on the 17. So now it looks like they'll line up to go for 2. And the pass near side is batted down by the Legacy Saber defenseman, and that will be an incomplete.
Is not good.
So that brings us to 11:47
Bruins
to go here.
Sabers 21.
In the fourth quarter, we'll take another timeout and be right back after this on the Andy Sports Channel.
Once again, as long as
good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, so the long touchdown run by Bakar Fulla pushes the Bruin lead back up to 33-21.
Simpson.
We have it down as 83 yards. That's the third scoring drive where the Bruins scored on one play. This one's received at the 8. And he'll slip and fall just over the 15. They'll mark the ball just barely shy of the 16-yard line. We'll say a 16-yard line, and that's where the Sabers will take over here.
Murph on the return. Clements on the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sabers on their own 16-yard line.
Well, I take that back because that drive actually started with 1:33 left in the third quarter at their own 5-yard line. So They ran one play, and then on the second play, they would move down to the other end of the field and then bring it right back down to the other end of the field on the touchdown run for Bakar Fola. So 11.5 to go now, and it's going to be a 2nd and 2 here for the Sabres from the 24-yard line. Drop back for the pass. Caught at about the 39, or checked at the 19, and brought over the 20 to about the 24, right back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 2 now for the Sabres.
Tran on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
.40, 10:39. The clock is ticking, and the Sabres in a little bit of trouble, but they still have time, and that pass will fall incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for the wide receiver, number 88, Nick Gupper. It'll be 4th and 2 at the 24-yard line.
So that'll set up a 4th down here for Legacy, and it looks like they will go into punt formation. Back to receive the kick is Jamal Spivey, standing at his own 49-yard line. Last time they punted, it was blocked. The previous punt was partially blocked. This one will go all the way back to Spivey. He backtracks to his 41. 45, 50, 45, cuts through a defender, 40 on his feet at the 35, and brought down at about the 33-yard line of the Sabres.
Barrett on the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins. And the Sabres 33-yard line.
So the Bruins start 1st and 10 from the Sabre 33-yard line after the nice return there by Jamal Spivey. Spivey in motion, and then the handoff, and it's dropped. But I believe the Bruins fell on top of it there. 10-15 as the whistles will sound, and
the fumble on play.
Sabres get it.
Ball has been recovered by number 79, Landon Phillips. The Sabres first down. 1st and 10 for the Sabres at the 33-yard line.
Landon Phillips falls on top of the loose ball here for the Sabres, and now the Sabres are back in business with 10-10 to go here in the 4th quarter of play. They need a couple of scores, but they got plenty of time to make that happen. Bruins had the ball for 11 seconds before they lost the fumble. And now a pass near sideline. He's got his man at the 40, and he's knocked down right away by John Farr at about the 39-yard line, and Farr just popped him.
Wow. 33.
Now for a 1st down for the Sabres, and they move it into Bruin territory.
Farr on the tackle. It's the Sabres' 1st down. First and 10 for the Sabres at the 39-yard line.
So 10:01 to go now here in the 4th quarter, excuse me. And now the clock will start again, 9:59, 9:58 and counting. Sabres will break the huddle, send 2 receivers out to the far side. 2 men in the backfield, Clemens under center. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, gets the pass, and a hard hit at about the 41-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 2, maybe 3 with forward momentum.
To the Sabres, number 25, Max Barrett.
Max Parrott on the reception there for Bismarck Legacy.
Turlickson on the tackle. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. 33-21, 9:17 and counting to go here in the 4th quarter of play. Clemens in the shotgun with a man in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Clemens will keep it. Spin around. He's up over about the 35, and that's about where he'll be stopped.
Clemens on the carry.
Gain of 3, maybe 4 on the carry there on the QB keeper.
Anderson on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
3rd and 7. 8:41 and counting to go. 4th quarter of play. Shotgun formation again for the Sabres. Quick dump over the middle there that falls incomplete. I'll stop the clock with 8:31 to go.
Incomplete.
Let's take another live look in at Fargo Shanley, and looks like that game has come to a conclusion.
Correction was complete.
I would presume that the Deacons won, and they did. 44-27, the Deacons defeat the Jamestown Blue Jays. So that one is final now. As we return to live action here. And they'll pass to the far sideline there.
Incomplete pass. Turnover by Downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the Bruins take over 1st and 10 from their own 33 after the turnover on downs there for Legacy. 7:57 to go. Man in motion is Spy. They'll hand it off. Coming to the near side, that's that's Bakar Fulla, excuse me. And Fulla will get tackled at about the 44. It was Danny Lahai. There was a single 2 on that jersey. So it was Danny Lahai, and he'll get up to about the 45-yard line.
It's a Bruins first down. 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the Sabres 45-yard line.
Sabres had the ball for 2 minutes and 13 seconds on that last drive. That resulted in a turnover on downs. .7:27 and ticking. Man in motion is Spy to the near side, and there'll be a handoff there. Danny Lahai bounces off a couple of defenders, and he'll sneak his way up to about the 41-yard line, maybe the 40. Gain of approximately 4 yards on that run there by Danny Lahai.
Barrett and Jensen on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
7 minutes and ticking here as the Bruins move the ball into Sabre territory. 2nd down, 5 yards to go for a 1st down. 6:47. Time is ticking here, and the Sabres have about 18 on the play, or check that the Bruins have about 18, now 15 on the play clock, and they'll break the huddle with 12 seconds on the play clock, trying to eat up as much of that clock as they can. I would presume that they're going to run the ball here. And that's exactly what they'll do. They'll give it on a pitch there to Bakar Fulla. And Fulla will get it up over the 35 to about the 34, maybe the 33. It'll be enough for a 1st down as they'll move the chains and stop the clock with 6:22 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Kurtzman on the tackle. It's 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the 33-yard line.
6:15, 14-13 as the clock continues to tick down here on the Bismarck Legacy Sabres. They've had a couple of opportunities. They've gotten within 1 score, but the Fargo South Bruins have put nothing but daggers into their Sabres' hopes here in the last quarter or so. There'll be another handoff, and they'll sneak up the middle over the 30 to about the 29, approximately a gain of 4. 2 minutes have gone off the clock now since the Bruins started this drive at their own 33-yard line.
Valencia on the carry. Bennett on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
.517 as the Bruins line up on the line of scrimmage here. And looked like he may have mishandled the snap. He was able to pitch it outside here, though. And over the 30, now the 25, and he's dragged out of bounds. On the carry there is Danny Lahai. That's good for Bruins first down, and temporarily starts the clock with 5:04 to go. A Bruins touchdown here would pretty much end the game, unofficially, of course.
Flag on the play.
It would be a huge mountain to climb here for Legacy, and that flag certainly helps matters if you're a Saber fan. I'll stop the clock with 5:04. So not only does it stop the clock, but it backs the Bruins up to
It'll be 2nd and 17 at the 40-yard line.
40-yard line, setting up a 2nd down and 17. Bruins need to get to the Saber 23-yard line for a first down. Clock continues to tick now, 4:50, 4:49 and counting. And it'll be another handoff, and he'll bust through that line there. Over the 30, over the 25, still on his feet, down at about the 22. And that will be good for a Bruins first down, as they needed to get to the 23, and they did so.
On the carry.
Lahai picking up the first down. They'll officially mark it at the 21.
It's a Bruins first down. First and 10 for the Bruins at the 21-yard line.
Taking a look at my game summary sheet here. 4:18. That was on the Bruins' second possession of the game. And they are, let's see here, they are over that now. Now this is their longest possession of the game. They started on their own 33 with 7:57 to go. Now 4:07. The clock continues to tick as Lahai will get a short gain there on that run play. Gain of about 4, setting up, gain of about 2 actually, setting up a 2nd and 8.
Earhart on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
If the Sabres can stop the Bruins here, they might have enough time to score and maybe get an onside kick attempt. But it's all going to rely on their defense right now. And it will be another handoff there to Lahai. And Lahai will cut through the middle, and he'll gain about maybe about 4 on that one, up to about the 15. Set up a 3rd down and 3, 3rd down and 4 right in that area.
Porter on the tackle.
So Lahai will make it 3rd and 3 on the run.
Line.
4 minutes and 57 seconds as of right now. That's their longest possession of the game as the clock continues to tick. 5 minutes and counting on the possession here. And it's another pitch to Lahai. He'll come near side at the 10, at the 5, and he got dragged down at about the, looks like they're going to mark it at about the 3-yard line. And that will be good for a first down, setting up a 1st and goal for Fargo South.
Jensen on the tackle. It's a Bruins first down.
So first and goal, Fargo South at the 3, leading 33-21. And that play there, that first down by Fargo South may have unofficially put an end to this game. Barring a turnover on this play, that would be about the only hope for Legacy to bring it back and maybe get an onside kick. That's what needs to happen here if you're a Legacy fan. And Lahai will get into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown run.
Fulla on the carry.
Oh, check that. That was Fulla. those ones on the Fargo South jersey are so small that they get camouflaged by the
Input point
two.
after is number 41, Tate Simpson, holding number 17, Jack Corbel, the long snapper.
So that makes it 39-21. Once again, Shanley defeats Jamestown 44-27. Kick is up and it hit the crossbar. No good. So it'll remain 39-21. And we apologize for the freeze there. That was an issue with our equipment, not your internet. But the kick did hit the crossbar, and it will remain 39-21. So Sabres will get the ball back. They have 2 minutes and 9 seconds to work with here. They need a couple of huge plays, and they need them very quickly here if they want a chance. The chance is pretty much gone. Being down by 18, they need two touchdowns and two two-point conversions. Would make the score 39-37. Then they need to get the ball back and maybe get a field goal to get a 40-39 lead. So like I said, it's a huge mountain to climb here, and it might be too late for Legacy now. And the kick is away. And it's received at the 16. Cuts to the near side, 20, and he's brought down at about the 23.
Carrying the ball for the Sabres, number 22, Tanner Olson.
Looks like we have an injured Sabre here. We'll take a break and find out who that Sabre is here in just a moment and be right back on the Andy Sports Channel.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back. It was the 5'7" senior Ben Maroff who was the injured Sabre there. He will come off the field. I don't think it's anything serious. I think he'll be okay, and I think he'll be back in the next game here for Legacy. 2:04 to go. Fourth quarter of play, 39-21 here in favor of the Fargo South Bruins. And a handoff there, and gain of about maybe 2 on the play. Be set up a 2nd and 8, maybe a 2nd and 7, depending on the spot. And the clock continues to tick here, 1:47 and counting to go. And Fargo South will leave here tonight with a 2-0 record. Sabres will go back home with a 1-1 record. I believe the next opponent for the Sabres is the Century Patriots. I have to double check. We'll get that information in our post game. There's a nice run up to the far sideline. Pushed out of bounds at about the 37-38. Gain of about 13 on the run.
First down.
And good for a first down for Bismarck Legacy.
First and 10 for the Sabres on their own 36-yard line.
And And that's a fumble picked up by Fargo South. I think I saw it drop. Let me take a peek through the binoculars here. No, I guess Legacy got on it.
Fumble on the play. Recovering the ball for the Bruins. Number 10,
Bruins
Kobe
did get
Jones.
it. That's what I thought. I wasn't 100% sure, but the Bruins did get it, and that
Flag on the play.
flag pending. 1:08 remaining
Holding
here.
on the Bruins.
So I believe it will be first down Fargo South.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the Saber 49-yard line.
So minute 8 here, 2 kneel downs, and this game will be over for Fargo South. Coming up in your post-game show here, we'll take a look at the game summary, select the player of the game, take a look at the upcoming broadcast here. We'll take a look at what's upcoming for both the Sabres and the Bruins, so make sure you stick around for that one. And we certainly appreciate you tuning in tonight. Minute 8, 39-21, Bruins over the Sabres here in the fourth quarter. Barring a last-second play, that'll more than likely be the final score. And like I said, there's 1 kneel down, and the Bruins will have to kneel it down at least one more time here to make this one official.
Second and 12 on the Bruins 49-yard line.
Once again, this game will be available for a 24/7 replay within about an hour after the conclusion of our post-game show. So if you have some friends or family that didn't get to catch the whole game, they can go back and watch the whole thing. It's usually sooner than an hour, but we say an hour just to be on the safe side. We don't want to promise 10 minutes and then it's not there in 10 minutes from now. So there's another kneel down, and the clock will tick off the final 12 seconds of the quarter. And that'll bring us to our final score.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for being here this evening.
Fargo South will win it, 39-21.
I remind you on your way out, if you pick
We'll
up
take a
your trash
timeout
and throw
here
it out,
and come
it
back
helps
with your
our,
post-game show right
maintenance
after
people a
this
great
on the
deal.
ND
Again,
Sports
if you pick up
Channel.
the trash on the way out, throw it away. Helps a great deal here. Thanks to our good friends from Bismarck for being here this evening. We look forward to seeing you all back here next weekend for the Bruins homecoming. Have a great evening. Drive careful and buckle up.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome back here. Your final score, once again, the Fargo South Bruins hold off the Bismarck Legacy Sabers by the final score of 39-21. Let's go ahead and take a look at these two teams and how they look now. The Sabers go back to Bismarck with a 1-1 record, and they will take on the Bismarck Century Patriots next Friday on the 14th. Or is that a Saturday? Let's see, 7 plus, yeah, I think that's a Saturday game, actually. Either that or I have it written down wrong there, and it might be on the 13th. But either way, their next game is against the Century Patriots at 1 p.m., and I do believe that's on Saturday the 14th. And then they'll see Jamestown at home, Bismarck Demons, Williston, Mandan, Mina, and Dickinson. They have now outscored their opponents 64-39 on the season, even though they did fall tonight, 39-21. Still on a good pace there for the Bismarck Legacy Sabers. I would suspect that they'll have a fairly successful season this year. For the Fargo South Bruins, they improved to 2-0, and apparently that did not get saved, and we apologize for that. Let's see if we can change that here. I don't know why. I know I saved it, and for some reason it makes me save it twice. I have to figure that one out, because that one kind of frustrates me a little bit. But they improved to 2-0 overall. And there we go. Now it should show up right on your screen here. And it does. 2-0 and 1-0 here at home. Let's get that part updated there. And like I said, I swear I saved this, but there we go. There we go. 2-0 overall, 1-0 at home, 1-0 on a road or neutral field. and they have outscored their opponent 68-21. With the 39-21 win over Legacy tonight. Their next game will be the homecoming game right here at Brant-Kwame Field against the Shanley Deacons, who won tonight over Jamestown by the score of 44-27. We'll have that game live for you here on the ND Sports Channel, and then they'll take on the Packers up in West Fargo, back home against Fargo Davies, and then we'll see the Bruins again up in Grand Forks on October 24th against the Grand Forks Central Knights, and then back at home one more time as they host Fargo North at 7 p.m. here on the ND Sports Channel. Then their final 2 games will be on the road against the Rough Riders and the Mustangs to wrap up the regular season on October 25th. Player of the game, well, it's I have to be honest, it was hard to select. We went with one of 2. We're going to give an honorable mention to Blus Fomo with the 2 touchdown receptions in that first half, but Bakar Fulla really put the dagger in the Legacy's hopes of a comeback with an 83-yard touchdown run on the first play of the fourth quarter. And then he would tack on another 3-yard touchdown with a little over 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So 2 touchdown runs, and for the junior running back / defensive back, Bakar Fulla for the Fargo South Bruins. We'll take another timeout, and we'll go over the game summary when we come back and wrap this thing up here from Brant-Kwame Field. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, your final score, 39-21. Your post-game show finishes up after this final timeout on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on player profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome back. And we've already been on this screen here, but we will, let's see here. Once again, a player of the game was Bakar Fola for the Fargo South Bruins here. We need to create a new screen for the game summary. It's one thing I guess we didn't think of, so we'll keep it on the player of the game here, but we'll go over the game summary here. Totals for the Bruins. They had the ball for 16 minutes. This is unofficial, of course. 16 minutes, 12 seconds in the first half. 8 minutes, 48 seconds in the second half for a total time of possession, unofficially, of 25 minutes for the Bruins. 23 minutes for the Sabers, split up into 7:48 in the first half and 15:12 time of possession in the second half for a total of 23 minutes. Sabers were 5 of 8 in the first half and, 2 of 6 in the first half and 4 of 7 in the second half, for a total of 6 of 13 in the game passing. They ran the ball a total of 19 times. The Bruins ran the ball a total of 26 times and were 8 of 11 passing in the game, according to my numbers. Let's see here. The Bruins would start off the scoring with 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter as Danny Lehigh would run it in for a 7-yard touchdown run. The Sabres would respond and tie it at 7 with a 51-yard touchdown pass between Clemens and Hoffman. That would tie the game up at 7-7, 7-12 to go in the second quarter of play. The fumble would be lost by the Bruins and the Sabres would recover, but then on that next possession, they would go 3 and out and the punt would be partially blocked, setting up the Bruins on the 31-yard line of the Sabres, and that's where the 31-yard touchdown pass would come into play between Kessel connecting with Flomo to make the score 14-7. Sabres would get the ball back, lose the fumble, to give the ball back to the Bruins who would kneel down, and that would bring us to the halftime score, 14-7. First possession for the Sabres in the second half, it would be a block punt, setting the Bruins up at their Sabre 19-yard line, and guess what? One play later, Kessel would connect with Flomo again on a 19-yard touchdown pass to make it 21-7. Sabres would get the ball back and go get an 11-yard touchdown run from Hoffman, and that would make the score 21-14. And then on the very next possession, the Bruins would get the ball back and connect on a 24-yard touchdown pass from Kessel to Jamal Spivey. A bad snap on the PAT attempt resulted in a no-good two-point conversion backup attempt. And at that point, the score was 27-14 in favor of the Fargo South Bruins. Clements would connect with Nick Kupfer on an 11-yard touchdown pass to pull the Bruins within pull the Sabres within 6. At that point, it was 27-21 with 2:12 to go in the third quarter of play. And then the Sabres would get the ball back, and they would have a nice drive, but John Farr would intercept it at the 5-yard line, and that would bring us to the end of the third quarter. And then on the very first play of the fourth quarter, Bakar Fulla with an 83-yard touchdown run to put the Bruins up 33-21. Couple of possessions later here, the Bruins would lose a fumble, be recovered by Landon Phillips of the Sabres. And then the Sabres would turn it over on downs on a 4-play drive that didn't do too much for the Sabres, and that would pretty much end the hopes for the Sabres as Bakar Fulla on a drive that started on the Bruins' 33-yard line would run it in from 3 yards out to make the score 39-21. The extra point attempt went off the crossbar, and then the Sabres would get it back. They would have another lost fumble. That would give the Bruins the ball back with 1:08, and they would run out the clock, and that would bring your final score 39-21 in favor of the Fargo South Bruins. So once again, Fargo South improving to 2-0. They'll have Fargo Shanley next Friday night. Bismarck Legacy will have Bismarck Century next Saturday for a 2 p.m. game in Bismarck at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. That wraps it up. Once again, this game will be available for a 24/7 replay on our website within about an hour of the conclusion of our broadcast here. And you can find all of our final scores and any highlight packages available under the on-demand streams button, under the games button at msportsnet.com. You can also go to the stream schedule and check the upcoming streams, upcoming game broadcasts. And our next game will be right back here at Brant Kwame Field as the Fargo South Bruins will host the West Fargo Packers in an EDC soccer matchup on Saturday. JV at 10 a.m., varsity at 12 noon, and then if time permits, and I think it will, otherwise I wouldn't put it on the schedule, we'll head over to Moorhead and the Spuds will host the Bismarck Century Patriots in a non-conference matchup, and then back to soccer, Fargo Davies, Fargo South at Fargo Davies High School on September 10th, and then we'll have the Fargo South Fargo North swim meet on September 12th. Our first one that we'll attempt, we'll see how that one goes. We're looking forward to it. We're also a little bit nervous. And then back to football next Friday with Fargo South and the Shanley Deacons. That's a look at the upcoming games here on the ND Sports Channel. I want to thank all the Legacy fans for joining in. I want to thank all the Bruin fans for watching. You can find us online. Each of our stations have their independent Twitter handle. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ND Sports Channel, and then find us and like us and follow us on Facebook as well at msportsmnet.com. Thanks so much for watching. Certainly appreciate your final score one more time. The Bismarck Legacy Sabers fall to the Fargo South Bruins by the final of 39-21. The preceding was a presentation of the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.